Well, hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do another quick update for Drip. Lots of stuff going on. Forex just posted over on his Telegram a little bit earlier about an injection, so we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at the stats for the faucet. To me, it looks super duper healthy, and it looks like the price of Drip has had a nice little bounce. So we'll see what the floor is. I mean, I don't exactly know if the current price right now is the floor, but hopefully there's a floor that that starts to appear, and then we can start our journey on upwards from here on in. So real quick, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. Anything you get involved with in the crypto space is going to have risk, so do your own research, do your own due diligence. If you are going to get into anything, only put in what you can afford to lose, guys. Okay, risk capital only. Also, follow me on Telegram. I'll leave a link for that down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So real quick, let's take a quick look at the market. You can see here the market right now still, trending sideways or even downwards. It's been a rough couple of days for the market. It's not just crypto. You look at, I follow stocks as well. There's a lot of stocks that are down. So it's just overall, we are in a pretty down bear market. So eventually, the market will start to come back. We will go into a brand new bull run, but this is kind of like history repeating itself. It does this every couple of years. And I wouldn't even be surprised if it dropped down a little bit more before it went on, before we got on another bull run. So, you know, all you can do at this time is accumulate. If you're collecting some of these other coins and tokens, accumulate. It's the accumulation phase right now while the market is down. Then when we go through another bull run, it's gonna be fun watching your wallet, right? It's not too fun watching your wallet right now. But if you're just accumulating right now and you put your head down and you just get into a crazy accumulation phase mode, when the market does come back up, you're going to be glad you did, right? So I've been through um I've been like through two significant down markets before. That's why I'm not really worried about it. I've seen this before. I've seen this movie, and I kind of know what happens next. Not that I can predict the future or anything like that, but it's pretty cyclical. So right now we're just accumulating a lot of the different tokens and coins that we have in our bag. We're just accumulating more. Obviously, the same strategy we have with Drip is we're just in the accumulation phase. You can see here the price, nice little bump up from yesterday, $3.19. We'll see if the floor hardens around $3. We'll see what happens at that point. But you can see here the TVL for the animal farm, almost $129 million. So even though the market has come down, the TVL in the animal farm, it hasn't really taken too much of a hit, right? And in fact, that's what Forex posted about. I think. Let me go over to his post. So you see here, he said, this is amazing. The market down 15%, but our TVL doesn't budge, which means we increased our holdings. And on top of this, dogs and pigs absolutely held strong, even with some exposure to BNB. To celebrate our optimization of the auto dog pound, we did another $1 million injection into the dog pound and pig pen. So if you can follow this. I'm not going to click through this, but you can follow this right on BSE Scan. You can follow the $1 million injection there. Then he did a $1.5 million worth. He burned one or not, there was $1.5 million worth of dogs that were burned. So you can track that here as well. So all in all, everything is happening. Sometimes you got to let things play out. You got to let the you got to let the platform do what it's supposed to do. And sometimes that doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. And so, I think as we, let a little as we let time pass, we're going to see a lot more happening with the animal farm. Not that there's not a lot happening now. I mean, things are doing really well. You look at the pig pen, right now, 37.6 million TVL. So yeah, there's a lot of BUSD that's a lot of BUSD that we're making off of this. I mean, when I say a lot, I'm talking about relative to obviously before when the farms and pools weren't live. Obviously, the farms and pools are live now, so there's a lot more transactions. But I think this is it's going to start snowballing, and this is going to get a lot more as more and more transactions happen. If you look at the dog pound, This thing is doing its thing. I got about 4.38 BNB here that I can claim. By the end of the day, that's probably going to be at the rate because I'm watching kind of the speed of how much BNB goes in there. Probably by the end of the day, I'll probably have around 5 BNB that I can claim, right? And then let's not forget we have the Drip Garden doing its thing. About almost 500 bucks in a Drip Garden. Now, again, I can either compound this back into the garden or I can take this out and put it into the farm, the Drip BUSD farm. So I'll kind of see what I'm going to do there, but I'm going to throw it back into either one of them. I just got to take a look at a couple of things before I do that. But again, my point is that this thing is still doing what it's doing, right? Then obviously you have piggy bank, piggy bank. Yeah, just kind of like doing its thing. I compounded earlier on today. So, the different parts of the animal farm are doing their thing. Obviously, the main deal here is the faucet, right? Sometimes not sometimes, but some of you guys maybe don't understand how the farm works, and that's okay, right? Because it can get complex. There's a lot of different variables and different factors you got to think about when you're going into some of these things in the animal farm. But the faucet is pretty simple. You take your drip, throw it into the faucet, get 1% a day until you hit 365%. I mean, if the price of drip doesn't go anywhere, and again, that's not going to happen because there is volatility in the coin, but just to give you some perspective, if it doesn't really go anywhere, if it stays around where it's at, you'll still get 3.65x of your deposit, right? So as long as you're in the faucet and let's say you have a strategy of hydrating, you're going to do well. You're going to do well with it. And again, the contract does work, no issues whatsoever. All we're waiting for right now is the new drip UI to come out, and then they're going to have layer two probably beginning of next year. So all is well, all is well. Lots of good stuff happening here. And if you look at the statistics here, because I don't really, I'm not really too big of a stats person, but I do keep a loose eye on things. You can see here today's claims 91,000, right? Today's claims 91,000. Look at today's hydrates 200, almost 250,000, and then deposits 78,000. These are very healthy stats, guys. Okay, you have almost the same amount of deposits you have in claims, and then hydrates. You have almost a 250,000 hydrates, and the faucet players is continuing to grow. There's new players being added every single day. Of course, that might be additional wallets from existing members, but still, there's these stats are very, very healthy. So yeah, all in all, guys, even though we are in a bear market, we're just going to continue doing what we're doing with the farm. We're going to continue doing what we're doing with the faucet. We're really not making any major changes to our strategy. Just we're going to increase our position during this bear market. Okay. Now is the time, by the way, to increase your position in the bear market because you look at the price of drip. I mean, who knows what the price is going to be, 6 months from now or a year from now. It might be, $20, $25, per drip. Again, I'm not can't guarantee what the price is. I'm just kind of speculating, but let's say it's $20, $25, and you're like, man, I could have loaded up my bags at $3 and I could have been a whale, right? So I mean, the people who whaled up in kind of like that first phase of drip, who have these monster accounts and multiple accounts and significant deposits. So the reason why is they whaled up when drip was at $4 and $5 and $7 and $10, and then when drip went over $100, $150, they were balling, right? They were balling. They were able to, lock in profit. They were able to compound, create additional accounts. And now that the price has come down quite a bit, they're still doing well. Like right now, even with these prices, we're still doing extremely well with drip, guys. Sometimes I'm almost embarrassed to say how much we're making with this thing because it kind of sounds weird. It kind of sounds like, you know, it sounds I don't know what it sounds like, all right, but there was a point where I was kind of showing all my accounts at one time. Then I got to a point where I was like, why am I showing these accounts? It just makes, I don't know. Some people were messaging me saying, you're making me feel better. And that's not my point. My point is not to make people feel bad. It's just to say, hey, look, this is what you can do. This is what can happen, right? If I was able to do it, anyone can do it because there was nothing different about us. The only difference about us is when drip was at a low price early on, we were bagging up. Like we were bagging up, we were buying, right? I think it was at $14 and I bought $50,000 worth. It's on my channel. It's all documented. It's all The videos are there. So if I bought 50,000 at $50,000 worth of drip at 14 bucks, and then I threw like within the next, I think 2 or 3 hours, I took another 30,000 and bought it again. But this time the price was up because I had made that big buy. It was at 17 bucks, right? So I made two big buys at 14 and 17 bucks. You look at it right now at 3 bucks and people are afraid to buy. I mean, if you want to be a whale, you got to do what whale people do, right? It's just that simple. Again, not telling you what to do. Do whatever you need to do. But I think it's amazing opportunities to load your bags at this price. But that's just me. Do what you want to do. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. Obviously, that's pretty much about it. Again, we're not making any major differences in our strategy. We're just going to continue to increase our position, try to get as many drip tokens as we can. And that's in fact what we're doing with our different accounts. And then we're going to see how many dogs we can accumulate, how many pigs we can accumulate. And then when the market turns around and we go on another bull run, don't be surprised if drip is, doing what it's doing. And you're like, man, this guy, he's always making money with these things. I'm showing you what we're doing, even in a down market. The clues are there, right? All you got to do is watch what we're doing. But again, don't do what I'm doing. Do what don't copy me. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Drip is doing its thing. We're excited. Lots of stuff happening in the future, guys. I think the next year and a half to 2 years, lots of different products are going to roll out from Forex and his team, and it's just gonna be awesome. So very, very bullish on pigs, drip, dogs, the whole ecosystem, and we're going to continue building our accounts. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next update video. Peace.